Hello, fellow academics, and welcome back to our newest episode of the Timberborn. I almost said going medieval, but obviously it's Timberborn. We're back in Beavtorio, and we have still a ton of different projects running. So last time we spent a good amount of time in getting our infrastructure and our building system a little bit in a better shape. So that is overall, pretty good for us. For now, I'm going to high prioritize these levels here because I want them to make sure we build this up and then finish on wrapping up the bottom area right there. We're a bit short in terms of wood supply. However, this is technically our only green area that we can utilize for trees. We can plant some more over here, and I'm not entirely sure if it's worth it. On the other hand, what else are we gonna do? We can actually chop down these. Yeah, we don't need them right now. And that also reminds me, we should pause our tapper shack. We removed the treated plank place that we had over here last time in favor for a smelter. And I think that was definitely worth it because we're actually needing quite a ton of metal, especially also for down here. All of these are impermeable floors. If you recall, or maybe you don't, there is a mine underneath. So we're putting a lid on the mine. Oop, that was one too far. We're putting a lid on the mine, which will then allow us to wait until this is dried out at the bottom. Huh. There's actually a big gap missing over here. Anyways. Then we can wait until it's dried out and we can put our mine underneath there. Have I actually tested that it fits? I think I did. But now that would be, I want to say hilarious, but that would just be super sad. Alright, looks like it's actually okay. And we almost have the science to do that. Which, good for us. Good for us. All right. So these grow up a little bit faster, obviously, but they give us more wood. Seems some of them are actually almost done growing again. Or not. Yeah. There's, again, not much we can do at the moment because this is our only clean water source. And until we start filling this up, and putting trees all around here, there's not much else we can really do. Okay. We've also started to build sort of our battery system over here. And while we are in a drought, our gravity batteries actually seems to be keeping our entire area fully supplied with power, in addition to our large windmills. I think we actually planned enough ahead, which is nice. Didn't have the need to turn on our manual power wheels, which is also really good. We now actually, I was just gonna say, we now have one unemployed beaver, but yeah, that didn't last long. Somebody died of old age. So yeah, not anything that we really need to do over here. Besides that, they're doing a pretty good job at getting all of this done. I think putting in the zipline over this way helped us a ton to speed up that process of getting our material over to our beavers. Still think we could have actually placed the pylon here, which could have been nice. Maybe even put a more direct connection in this way. But yeah, also not that we really need to do that. All right. So, what is the goal of this episode? I want to make sure that we are producing a little bit more, a little bit better. And while I said it's not really necessary to put in additional wood supply, I think we don't really have a choice. So I'm going to place a forester right here. Set you on the highest priority. And then we're going to make sure that our oak trees are ready to go in as well. And we're only gonna leave a gap of 1. Could actually expand this over here. You know what, why not? We seem to be having enough food supply. So let's go ahead and remove this as well. Yeah, food supply is steady. Amount of potatoes, not great. On the bright side, when they die, I can plant more potatoes. But we're doing okay in terms of food and in terms of water. 7 more days in this drought. Overall not bad either. And in the long run, we do need to put a zipline station in here and in there. And I'm really hoping... Too steep? No. What do you mean too steep? So we need to put a zipline station probably somewhere over here. I wonder if we were to. Expand this out a little bit. That drop. And we put a zipline station. I'm gonna put it for now over here. And unfortunately, I need to destroy some of their work. If we do this and this, can we put the zipline station there? Yep, and then make a connection. That we can do. Now, what about here? Here works as well. What about here? If we were to build that, that also seems to be working. So it's actually not that much. Crazy. All right. Let's go ahead and plan this properly. I was really hoping that would be good enough, but yeah. I didn't expect a too deep kind of issue. So let's see if we were to place this here. Then should we actually, no, we shouldn't be using all of our wood like that. Especially now that we're a bit in a shortage. Let's place a triple platform here, which should allow us to block this off, not lock this off with levees like this. Just like that. And I wonder if we are just to place this one higher. If that would be enough. To allow us to place a zipline structure. Maybe even... No, you're too close still. Yeah, too steep. Alright, back to the drawing board. So I guess we're doing this episode. Not quite what I had in mind. But you know what? It's okay. I'm wondering if we're going one further out. Just to here. But you're actually not tall enough. Destroy you again, put the single one up here, double one on here. We We don't even need you here, technically. No, we do, because we need to still block all of this off. So let's go ahead and place it all in there like this. Double here, double here. And then we could, in theory, place the rest up with levees. Just like that. And then let's see if that would be far enough away. No, we need to go one further back. That we can actually do. Actually, yeah. I think it said it would be fine. If we do it like this. This down here. Well, not down here, up there. Connect this down to there. And we will actually be able to close this off. Just like that. Close this off here as well. And then we have a good connection over this way. All right. Cool. New plan. Just like that. It looks like it is fully sealed off. I mean, we'll also just seal this off for now. And then we just need to connect up the path over this way. There we go. All right. Now we don't need to finish the... No, we don't need to place this until we finish this. I guess that makes sense. All right, we spent a good amount of time on, well, redesigning this. Let's have a look here. I expected you guys to be a little bit further. Okay, that's not too bad. So, what else? With this kind of set up and in place-ish, we still want to improve overall our production capabilities. The forester is in over here, planting its trees, which is good. And not much to do until all of these trees are grown up. So, yeah. What else can we do? We do have 6 baby beavers. We have 5 vacancies, though. I'm surprised we have so many. Construction lacks material. Apparently we're lacking planks. Understood. Turn you back on. We're a bit short on wood as well. I mean, they're also building all of this. So that makes sense. But they won't be able to finish the stuff over here until we have the planks. So I think another, like adding the lumber mill in here makes a ton of sense. They are using a good amount of our metal blocks, which I guess is the stuff that's underneath here. Have a look. Yeah. That only needs 4. They're also building the ones on the other side, which is awesome. But yeah, we need planks. We really do. I do kind of want to finish this side here as well, because it will never dry out until this part here is done. So let's also, no, not the highest priority. Okay, just like that. I'd rather them finish this part up first before they continue over this way. Good. Wood supply seems to be still doing okay. Not great, but doing okay. 3.5 days of this drought. It is tough to get enough water out of this to fill up this, deal with the evaporation, because with this much area, there's a lot of evaporation going on. And we can't really fill this up until this is done. Ooh. So much stuff to deal with. But yeah, that's just what it is. Alright. Splitting all of our plank needs doesn't help either. We don't actually need gears. So I can pause our gear workshop, which for one will free up a worker, and second of all, it will stop using up some planks, which again will be quite beneficial. Overall, we're doing okay in terms of metal production. We now seem to have a somewhat steady supply available, which is good. There's actually a ton of logs that just sit around here. So let's high prioritize to pick them up as well. And I think that's, yep, that seems to be the only one. I'm really curious if that's gonna work out. That underground mine. I like that we have a zipline that just goes down. This is, I think, how they technically should be. Built up top and you use it to go up and down. Like dealing with the tough to walk along kind of things. Yeah, for lack of better words. Alright. I guess we could also remove all of this now. We don't need the platforms anymore. And while it could be nice to have that direct connection, they don't serve a real purpose. Especially not if we keep the zipline station down here, which I'm not entirely sure we will in the long run. But you know what? Let's free up some resources. I know they just built part of this, and I was kind of excited to make that connection over here. But yeah, look at that. 36 planks. So let's high prioritize a bunch of these to be collected, so we fill up our storage system and kind of know what's going on. It's like, why is it red? Why is it red? But yeah, it's red because of all the bad water. It's like flickering in and out. Alright, drought is almost over. Good. I've actually done pretty good in terms of power supply. None of these have completely run out during the entire drought, which is pretty awesome. This has gotten very low though, so not great. And our tree supply is suffering a bit as well in terms of water supply. Alright. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Good. So they've collected all of this stuff now, which means I can actually now... I'm gonna leave the first few in here. We're gonna get rid of all the extra, like, protruding pieces. There and there. Set the highest priority again for pickup. Those were all the ones that we didn't really need. I still wonder how they're actually picking this up from all the way up here. But I'm not gonna complain. Also gonna make sure that they don't... I mean, this is on the lowest priority. Yeah, it's fine for now. Alright, let's see, 144 planks, much better. We are short on logs though. Makes me also think maybe... I guess we could go up here and chop down some more. Do we have any of... I guess that wouldn't be too bad. Move all the way over here, cut down some of these trees. So let's do that for now. Let's see how far we can get. Actually, a good amount. Alright. One lumberjack here. Highest priority. Then mark everything to be cut down. That will give us some additional wood supply. Could also, like I said, go over here. I mean, there's some stuff down there. Oh, look at that. It is filling it up now. Let's make sure, like we did last regular season or drought season, that we fill this part up first before we're going to start putting in more water over here. Is it worthwhile testing it out? I think it is. So if we were to close up this one, closed, we should be seeing water coming out this side and not here, hopefully. Hold on. Only if I say this one to be always open. Yeah, water is coming out here. And not here. Cool. So, but the next drought has just been announced. So we're gonna make sure you are set to open again. And I'm gonna set you to be closed. Again, need to make sure we're filling this area up first. Wow. So much water shooting out of here. Not complaining. Alright. We're running again a bit low in terms of our planks. So let's go ahead and destroy the next piece. I'm gonna destroy you here. And then, oh shoot. If I now destroy you, we won't be able to get to this kind of stuff. Which means we won't be able to get to you. Or to you. I messed this up. Later in the long-term game, we can sort of recover these. But I should have started here. And then make my way over this way. Damn. Alright. Yeah, still working on all of this. Yeah, all of this is pumping into here. Oh yeah, because there's no water source in here. Which means in the long run, it would probably be nice to divert this bad water instead of from down here. Maybe even just over this way. Then it would also supply power over here. Now that could be nice. Alright, you're still filling up. I haven't actually made the progress that I was hoping for in filling this up. Oh well. And they also no storage available. Oh, full metal blocks. Nice. I guess they are busy still building all of this. And this area is now almost fully connected. Makes me think, should we prioritize this? I guess if our metal storage is full, we don't really need to worry too much. 120 planks, also not too bad. We do have one unemployed beaver. I think we have some more space up here. Let's add 2 in there, because why not? I think that's a valid reason, right? And the next question would be now, I think we're making our way up here as well. It does need some planks, but we will get logs out of this, and we're definitely short on logs right now. So place this to here. And then we need to put actually one more staircase down over this way. Drought has started. I don't think we actually had it overflow. We did. All right. No need to waste that water. I do kind of want to just wrap this up. Even if we're not wrapping this up, it needs a while to clear out sort of that water over there. And yes, that will use up a ton of our logs, but I think that is fine. Because our planks are still going over here. Not just our planks, also our metal blocks once they actually get there. But a little bit less so in terms of wood for now. I actually built all of this up here already, which means lumberjack right here, highest priority, and then set down to chop trees. All of this, and here, and here, and I think it went all the way to here. Yep. All right. Good starting point. Ish. Okay. Again, we could also make our way down here. Start eating our way through that kind of wood part. What are you building here? Why the platform? I guess because we have an excess of planks. Which also makes me think, let's pause one of our lumber mills so we can utilize our wood a little bit better over here. Metal blocks are all in. Yeah, it just needs a ton of logs. Which again makes me think we need to go down this way. So let's plan for it already. Just to here. Put in above, right there. And make this connection highest priority on these. So we can put down our lumberjacks. Why wouldn't it be able to? Let me delete you and you. Good. Because then you guys can get to the other side. Mark all of these to be chopped down. Much better situation. Also making sure these two are in highest priority. And we do have one unemployed beaver, which will definitely help as well. All right, they have picked up that metal over here. So let's go ahead and remove the next overhanging piece. Highest priority, it also gives us some logs, which is very nice. Because again, we just need a ton of logs right now. I'm very much looking forward to this being done and us being able to plant some more trees over here. I guess this area technically at the moment just stays green. Huh. Anyways, future worries. Bit sad that we won't be able to finish our mine right here. I just noticed. Don't need you two. Definitely not right now, so we're not building you right now. Regardless, 19 days in a drought. We're doing, again, pretty okay. Food supply is there, water supply uncomfortably low still, but it has worked out for us in this season so far, so we're gonna keep it at that. I think so. And you know what? With that, I'm gonna call it an episode. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.